Hello everybody, hello world, hello Philippines. Today I'll be able to do a short vlog regarding two topics about scaffolding safety and working at height safety. So these topics are very common in construction industry. Okay, not really that much common in general industry. Okay, meaning manufacturing industries. Okay, but it's also very important, okay, to know the safety aspects and to know some safety information regarding these two topics. Okay, let's first talk about scaffolding. So scaffolding, by definition or by simple definition, is any temporary elevated structure used to support equipment, okay, tools and personnel in working at elevated area or working from the ground, above the ground. So it is 1.2 meters above the ground for general industry, and it is 1.8 meters to 2 meters, okay, for construction industry. So like that. So working at height is any scope of work activities performing job execution above 1.2 meters, still the same general industry, and above 1.8 meters or 2 meters high for construction industry. Okay, and now we go directly to the safety requirements. Okay, first, for the scaffolding safety, the first requirement is that before you will be able to erect scaffold structure at height, it should be erected by competent and experienced personnel. Okay, that is the number one. Okay, the number two, the scaffold components and its parts or any structures, okay, must follow and must meet the safety factor of 4s to 1. Okay, something like that. It should withstand 4 times to its intended load. Okay, like that. And then you should know always the limits of the load and the load ratings. Okay, number three, your scaffold structure must have an adequate stability, rigidity, and have enough strength, of course, to withstand the people who will be able to work and use that scaffold. And also, if you try to put equipment and tools in that scaffold, right, it should be rigid, durable, stable, okay, meaning it doesn't shake, something like that. Okay, and then number four, you need to provide scaffold grade planking. What does it mean? You have to follow the adequate technical specification of the planks. It should be timber sawn planks, timber sawn, SAWN. It could have a dimension of 38 millimeter to 50 millimeter by 225 millimeter. Okay, so the width, okay, is 38 millimeter to 50 millimeter. Okay, and the width is length. So the wide, yes. Okay, the wide like this is again 38 like this, right? 250 millimeter. Okay, wide, and the length like this. Okay, is 225 millimeter. Okay, for the planking. Okay, number four, we need to provide safe ladder all the time for the scaffolders to erect, and they know that already what to do, especially if they are certified scaffolders. Okay, because in the first place, it is not allowed to erect the scaffolds if they are not certified to do their task as a scaffolder. okay, or a certified erectors of the scaffold, okay, like that. And then they have also given their uh, privilege, or not privilege, an opportunity to do their own initiative for the access, okay, because usually there will be no complete access in the first place because they are still erecting the scaffold, right? It depends on their initiative. Anyway, they are trained. But for the end users, okay, especially after the completion of the scaffold structure, so a provision of safe ladder must be there, of course. Okay, that's why we have an inspection. Okay, like that. So they will not be allowed to climb in the membranes. Okay, parts by parts, no shortcut method. They should use the safe ladder in reaching to the work platform of that complete scaffold, something like that. Okay, number five or number four? I think so, number five, right? Okay, periodic inspection of the scaffold structure. Okay, it doesn't specify in general industry how many days you will inspect, okay, as long as there is a periodic inspection of the scaffold structure. But in general industry, it is 1 week inspection, 7 days, okay, like that, every week. And then put green tag if it is safe to use, and put red tag if it's not safe to use after the inspection. Okay, the one who do the inspection normally in construction industry are the certified scaffold inspector, or it could be a scaffold supervisor or a scaffold foreman will do, okay, or the team leader of the scaffolding team can do if the scaffold inspector give them the, you know, the opportunity, or give them the authority to do the inspection, provided that the team leader of the scaffolding team have the certification of a certified scaffolder, okay. But in normal cases, it should be the scaffold inspector will do the inspection because of its title itself, scaffolder, or no, scaffolding inspector, right? So but there are alternatives to that, as long as they are all certified to do the inspection, okay. Number six, we have the training of the people. Okay. First, the scaffolders or directors of the scaffold must have adequate and proper training about scaffolding information or any technical aspects, safety technical aspects, or safety aspects for the scaffolding, erection, modification, alteration, and modification. Okay, something like that. They are really trained by a third party organization or external training center, not only the in-house training department for that particular company, for that construction industry. Okay, not only the erectors and scaffolders to be trained or must have training, the end users also. End users meaning the ordinary workers or anybody aside from the scaffolders should have adequate training regarding scaffolding erection, modification, and dismantling. Though the trainings they will be able to receive is not as very rigid or detailed compared to those scaffolding team, because these end users will not erect, modified, and altered or dismantle this scaffold structures. Only the certified scaffolding team. If we mean team, so the certified scaffolder, certified scaffold supervisor, certified scaffold foreman, and scaffold inspectors. Because in normal cases, there will be no scaffolding manager. I think so because I'd worked in construction industry for almost 12 years, something like that. There's no such title as scaffold manager. Okay? And I don't think so there's a scaffolding engineer. Sometimes have, it depends on the company. Okay? Sometimes had scaffolding engineer also. But normally, scaffolding inspectors, some of them are engineers. Okay? They're just working as a scaffolding inspectors. Okay? But not all. Okay, like that. So that will be the safety requirements of scaffolding safety or before scaffolding erection. Okay, now what are our scaffolding safety? No, sorry. What are our safety requirements for working at height? Two, primary fall protection system and secondary fall protection system. Primary fall protection system, a complete guardrail system, meaning have an adequate platforms, planks boarded properly and complete, and then the top rail, the mid rail, the two board, and all parts of this guardrail system are being completed. That is the primary fall protection system. Secondary fall protection system are wearing of the fall arrest system. It could be self-retracting, okay, uh, full body harness or an ordinary full body harness with lanyard, snap hook, and shock absorber. And of course, there must be a lifelines, okay, anchorage points. Okay, the lifelines must be rigid, you know, fixed and strong enough, and the workers must tie off or hook their lanyards above their shoulders. But be sure all those lifelines are very, very rigid. Okay, that it will not break. Okay, it will sustain. Okay, to the weight of the individual at working at height. Okay, like that. Okay, it should be secured all the time, all the lifelines. Okay, that's the secondary fall protection system, wearing of the fall arrest system or the full body harness. But before using that one, you should inspect properly that the condition of your full body harness, all parts of it are in good condition, okay, before using it. Okay, these are only two requirements of the working at height always. But if your work platform at height is complete, then no need to wear a full body harness. But for maximum safety, better wear the full body harness and all types of full arrest system. It depends on the situation. Okay, but if you think your work having too much overreaching like that, overreaching like this, and having too much movements, then there's a possibility for you to fall even though there is a handrail and guardrail. Then you have to wear the full body harness, okay, for maximum protection safety. But under normal circumstances, especially manufacturing industry, most of the work platforms at height are already complete, have the guardrail system and proper flooring, usually metallic ratings. Then no need